Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about Pandas data structure data frames. As you know, last video we discussed about series, how to create series, how to create series object, how to apply simple operations, how to access NumPy, how to access Pandas. So in this video, we are going to talk about data frames. So guys, there is a very slight difference between series and a data frames. Series are always one-dimensional array, and data frames are always two-dimensional arrays where the things can be modified also later. So it is a kind of 2D array, like we can have more than one rows, we can have more than one columns at a time, and we can access mostly the same operations like we were performing on series, we can perform on data frames also. So series is like 1D array, like I just can keep in one dimension everything and I can apply the operations. In fact, I wanted to modify something that was again possible. We modified few things. But this is data frame. Here we will be learning like how we can access multi-dimensional arrays, how we can access more than one columns and rows at a time. So I'm going to open a Google Colab, the same notebook, but this time I'm going to talk about our data frames. Like series and data frames are two different things. So we are going to talk about here like how to create data frames. Just like we have created a series, similar way we are going to create a data frames. Only a slight difference, like you need to understand like how to create indexes, how to create the simple arrays and lists so that can be taken up in data frames. So over here, guys, I'm going to talk about the very first example, like how we can use data frames. So just like, series, I'm going to import pandas over here. First of all, I'm writing here import pandas SPD. I will not be needed over here NumPy. So I'm directly going to design my dictionary or list or array which I can take up into my data frames. So similarly, like we have done list or data frame or something, like we just need to make a bunch of a data first which can be transferred into series object and can be accessed. Similarly, I'm going to design over here a dictionary sort of thing where I'll be keeping my two records, my two columns I'll be taking up with the data, and then I'll be shifting it towards my data frame object, which I'll be accessing just like we were accessing our series. So let's start. I'm going to design over here a dictionary, very first dictionary, opening curly braces. Coming over here, now here I'm going to design my sections as well as a contribution, like how many sections and how much contribution I have taken. The same program we did in our series also, and the same we will be doing in our data frames also, so that you guys can make a difference. See here, I'm going to write over here sections because this is my section. If you remember in our last series question, we have created different section and different contribution, and both of the things we have accessed differently with the help of series. But here in this data frame I'm going to access together. So I'm going to write here section will be my heading, and I'm going to put over here my stuff inside section, like what stuff I will be needed in my sections. I'm writing over here A. Few section I'm writing here like B. Second section I'm going to write over here is C. Next I'm writing over here is D. Now, just like I have written the section, I'll be moving on towards the contribution, which I'm going to write. I'm going to put over here a comma and a single inverted comma. I'm going to write over here contribution, means how much contribution I have done. This contribution I'm going to write column, and in square bracket, I'll be writing over here a contribution. So 6,700 I'm going to write, then 5,600, then 5,000, then 5,200. So this much contribution I have done, I'm going to write over here. So like this, you guys can see like what I have done over here. I've designed over here a dictionary. So this is dictionary. As we know in data frames, we can put up like more than one column and row at a time. When in series, only one row at a time, only one column, because that is a one-dimensional array kind of. So this is my dictionary. I'm writing over here section, guys. First of all, I'm putting over here A, B, C, D, and then contribution. I'm writing all four different contribution over here. Now, this is my dictionary, and this dictionary I'm going to move to my data frame. So how to design my data frame, guys? Just like series, I was designing my series S1, S2, S3. For data frame, I'll be using over here df1 is equal to. And PD means I'm having my pandas library available with me. PD is the aliasing over here. So PD I'll be using over here. Or if you want, you can write pandas also, but just for convenience, I'm using over here PD because I've already renamed the pandas with PD over here. So I'll be writing over here PD dot data frames, because my, right now I'm not creating series, so I'll not be putting up over here series. I'm going to write here data frames. I'm not going to write here series, because series I have done in my last class. Today I'm going to teach you data frames. So simply I'll be writing over here data frame. This is my data frame. What I'm going to put over here, I'm going to insert here dictionary number 1. So this is my dictionary number 1 I've sent, and I can print this thing now. So I'm going to print my data frame. So data frame name is df1. This is all done. Just for review purpose, you can again see like I have imported pandas. I have renamed it as a PD. I've designed my dictionary over here. In dictionary, I'm keeping section, contribution, and then the entire dictionary I passed into my data frame, which I accessed through PD, that is pandas, and given entire thing, like I've passed entire thing to my data frame, that is df1, and I printed the same. I'm going to run this line now. It is going to take some time. As I've already told you, everything is available on cloud, so it is little slow. If you want inside dictionary section, contribution, and scale or repetition, like the different columns are also can be taken. Like if you want to add up some more columns, that also can be done over here. So df1, what is the problem over here? This again we need to check. I'm going to rerun this thing. And here, actually, by mistake, I've written dict1, that is dictionary DICT. So whatever dictionary name we are taking, we simply need to write the same. This is DICT. Okay. Here again, I'm going to write dict1 because dict is a reserved word. So dict I cannot use. So I'm using here dict1, and I'll be writing over here again dict1. The error we need to find out. So here this code is working. What I've done, I have given sections, I have given contributions, and I could see the section and contribution here. So guys, I want to add some more things over here. Like I simply wanted to add some survey report here. And if I wanted to write here survey, and I need to add up some more things. Like I just need to add some survey report, means what the people are saying about this contribution. Is it fine or correct or what? So I just want to give some grade to the contribution, like A, B, B plus, such kind of grade also I wanted to give. And I'm saying over here like B plus. I just can write again A, and here I'm writing C. Okay. So this is a kind of survey report. So let's see like whether I will be able to add some more fields over here or not. So yeah, here I can do. Now, if I wanted to add over here good, fair, So is this is possible? So I'm writing over here in as a string. Like I'm simply checking out whether a string is allowed or not. So I've already told you guys, if you wanted to learn programming, please practice, please implement whatever comes up in your mind, whatever question comes up in your mind, please try, please ask the computer system. So good, fair, excellent, or if I wanted to write a string, whether I can write or not. So what I'm doing in place of survey, I'm writing over here strings. That is good, fair, and it is working, you can see. So what I'm using a dictionary. In dictionary, I'm taking up here section, contribution, and service. So this is the power of data frames, guys. Here you can see I'm not taking only one row and one column. I'm taking here more than one rows. I'm taking here more than one columns at a time, and I'm running this here in front of me. So if I wanted to take some more, for example, this is my dictionary one, and if I wanted to do some changes with this dictionary and I want to make one more dictionary, so that is possible. Here I'm writing dictionary 2. In place of section, I just can write over here, like, survey, I can write over here, like, I could say, this is again section, like some other grade, I could say. Maybe this is grade 9th and this is grade 10th section. So I can do like this. I'm having section, I'm having contribution. Some contribution I just can change. Uh, Here I'm writing 1500. This is already excellent. This is again 1000 I'm writing. And this is good. So I'm writing over here 2000. Okay. So I have done with one dictionary. Now I'm going to copy this thing, coming over here, pasting it here, and here I'm writing dictionary number 2. So this is my dictionary 2, but data frames should be different to df1, df2. I'm having two data frames. I've printed first data frame, and I'm going to print second data frame. This is df2. So now what I'm going to do over here, if I wanted to add a caption, means this is for grade 9th, I can say, and here I wanted to give like this is for grade 10th. So this is my grade 9th contribution, this is grade 10th contribution. Control enter, I can have like in this way also. If you wanted to add a escape sequence in between, guys, that also can be done, because definitely I just need to get all these things in my next line, so that it will be quite easy for me to read. Means I just need a readability. I'm going to run it again. So I'll be getting grade 9th, and in next line I'll be getting all these things. Grade 10th, I'll be getting this contribution. So I'm going to get, both of my grades contribution in this way. And if I wanted to add like this contribution in DF3, that is again possible. What I need to do over here is like, DF1, I'm going to do DF1 plus my DF2. So I'm already having, data frame DF1 is ready with me, data frame DF2 is ready with me, and I've added both of these two things, and DF3 I have printed. So if I want, I just can print, in combination of grade 9th and 10th, I just can merge and I can do it. For example, somebody asked me, I just need to show grade 9th and grade 10th contribution. So I just can do it. DF3 I can write and I can run it. That is control enter. So basically, Python is all about data analyzing. Like if I'm having so much data, how in different way I can analyze, I can just rotate, twist, and I can see the result. So here you can see I'm getting in combination. Here you can say this is 9th and grade 10th. A combination like AA, you can see a total combination I'm getting, and whatever comment, whatever survey I've written, that I'm getting twice. So, such kind of operations also can be performed over here. So guys, it's a time to practice. Kindly implement. 2 minutes to you. Now, one more example I'm going to tell you over here. So let me copy the code. And I'm going to paste this code, and I'm going to tell you one more example, guys. So I'm having over here dictionary, means dictionary 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to write a program here to create a data frame from a list containing dictionaries of the sales performance. So I'm going to use over here sales performance of 4 different zoners, but I'm going to use over here list. So in place of dictionary, in this example, I'm going to write over here a list, and all list I'm going to add up, and I'm going to show you in form of data frames. So guys, I have already imported Pandas as a PD. I'm going to write over here zone This is my zone A list. What I'm going to write over here. Always remember, like for list, I'll be using here curly braces. I'm writing over here target. This will be my main heading. Target I'm going to use over here, and I'm going to write over here the figure, like how much target I'm having in my zone A. Zone A, this is the target, and I'm going to write over here sales, means how much sales, sales I have done. This I'm going to write coming out of it, and I have done like 58,000. So I've actually crossed the target. You can see I've achieved the target. I'm going to copy this thing. I'm going to come back and I'm going to paste for all four different zones. So this is for my zone A, this is for my zone B, this is for zone C, this is for zone D. So I'm having all four different types of zones, and there are different targets I'm going to write over here. Like for example, this is 58, this is 56, this is 59, and achieved the target also I'm going to write over here. This is 50,000 I have written. So I'm having all four different zones I'm having, and sales I'm going to make again a list, and inside sales I'm going to keep all these lists whatever I'm having. So what I'm going to do over here is I have already created four different zones. You can see four different lists, and I'm going to keep all these lists inside my sales. Like I'm having zone. This is a little correction is required over here. This is zone, and this is again zone, this is again zone, and I'm going to write over here zone. Like all four zones I'm going to cover over here. The zone A, then comma, then I'm going to write over here is control space. I'll be getting over here zone B, comma, again I'm writing here zone, and then control space. With the help of control space, you will be getting in the list, like optional list you will be getting. So instead of writing, we can select also. Say ABC, and this is my D. So I've selected all these four zones. So this is again a kind of like I'm having sales, and inside sales I'm having all of my zones over here. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm designing here a sale DF, means data frame of sale I'm going to design here. And I'm writing definitely pd dot data frame, like we write always pd dot data frame. If you want, you can press control space also. So you will be getting an option also, data frames. Now in this data frame, what I wanted to give, because I'm having everything inside sales, I'm having all my zones inside sales, so I'm writing sales. And an index means I just want at the top, what I want at the top, this I'll be writing what I want at the top. So I want at the top the name of all zones, so I'll be writing over here zone A. So this is the caption, whatever you write over here, that will be printed at the top. I'll be writing over here, this is my zone B, and this is my zone C, and this is my zone D. So I've written over here A, B, C, D. All four zones I have written over here. Coming back to my next line, and everything is done and saved in my sale DF. So I'm going to print over here sale DF. So this is sale and DF. This is control enter key I pressed, and I'm going to get my answer in few seconds now. Oh, I have got my answer. So you can see now, guys, I'm having target and sales. This is different, all four different sales zones. So it is not compulsory, like because you have written over here zone A, so you have to write here also zone A. No, if you want, you can write here only ABC also, because this is the caption. This is the thing what you wanted to print at the side. So if you wanted to print A, B, C, D, like I'm printing over here, so you can print anything, whatever is coming up in your mind. So this index is your time, this index is your space, what you wanted to print to your left hand side. And what items I'm going to keep, I'm keeping in sales. You can see I'm having zone A is ready, zone B is ready, zone C is ready, zone D is ready. I'm having a lot of stuff inside. I've given everything to sales, and I've given sales, and I've attached the index, and I run this out. So this is again an amazing example of this data frame. So this is like, we have implemented here data frames using list. So please practice. 2 minutes to you. Now in next example, what I'm going to tell you is, like, using arrays also data frames can be implemented, guys. So I'm going to click over here code. This is a third example of data frames where I'm going to implement arrays. Definitely I'm going to import pandas first of all. And I'm going to import here numpy also because array won't be accessed without the help of numpy. So I'll be writing over here import pandas as pd and import numpy as np. I'm going to come to my next line. What I'm going to write over here, I'm taking up here as an array, like a single array I'm going to take here. And inside my array, I'm going to I'm going to keep some data in my array. So I'm coming over here. This is my array. And, I'm just going to keep like two values together. Like this, I'll be doing like this. So, this is my array set. So I'm just going to keep over here 11, 12. This is 12. And here I'm writing like 13, comma 14. Here I'm writing 15, comma 16. This should be 15. Okay. And now 1, 2, and 3, I'm having 3. Now, next what I'm going to use over here, np dot int 32. int 32. Now, why I am taking this thing? This I wanted to explain why I'm taking this thing, because I'm having all three values and I wanted to tell you like how to create arrays and how to use it. This is my int 32. This is like a kind of integer, only we have a different types of integer available over here. So it is a kind of integer, but while I'm reading my array, I just need to use over here np dot array. I'm going to use control space. I'm going to press here np dot array I'm going to use. Now what is going to happen, guys? This will be considered as array, and while you're writing np dot int 32, I just wanted to show you the result so that you will be able to understand in a much better way why I'm writing this thing. This is my df4, data frame 4. Definitely I'm going to use my pd dot, I'm going to write here data frame. I've pressed control space so that I'll get a ready-made stuff with me, and I'm writing here ARR1 because I'm having all my stuff in ARR1. Now, once I have written, I just need to print my df1. So simply I'm going to write over here print, and I'm writing here df4. Control enter key pressed together. Now, just see, guys, what is happening over here. I imported pandas. I imported numpy. Is the, yeah, here I am having my stuff. So I'm going to scroll it down so that I can show you the output. So the moment I'm writing 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, np dot int 32, I've imported everything and I have printed. So I'm getting, 0, 1, 2, 3, I'm getting all my stuff and class numpy dot int 32. What is happening with the help of this, like, my array, I'm using over here array instead of list and dictionary. I've created a simple array and I've kept my stuff and I've used it. Now if you are not writing, like if you are writing np.int 32, int 32 means you will be getting a default value of this thing. If you're writing a value, then it's okay, you will get a value. And if I'm not writing anything, like if it is not a number, for example, if I'm simply writing over here, it is not a number, and then also I just can write over here, for example, this I have written, it is not a number, not a number. All right. So, with the help of this, I just can find out whether it is a number or not. Means if I'm having some not a number sort of value, so we have so many functions available in Panda, with the help of which I'll be able to know whether I'm having not a number or not. Like df.4, I just can access over here dot has NANS. I'm simply finding out whether I'm having not a number value or not. Like I have inserted over here, I'm having not a number. So I'm simply going to check up here whether I'm having not a number value or not. I'm going to run it. Here what I'm getting, guys, like this attribute is not possible with me. This is NANS. So here I'm printing df4. What my df4 is printing, it is giving me all the values. So I actually don't wanted to check up here whether df is having, not a number value or not, because I'm already having this not a number at the end. So what I'm doing, whatever values I'm typing over here, if anything is not a number, if anything is not readable, so that will be coming up as not a number. If you're writing an int 32, so np.int 32, so you will be getting a default value of int 32. Instead of np.int 32, I'm just wanted to see like how many things I'm having over here. See, I'm having int, and instead of 32, what all the things I'm having here? See, I'm having int 64 also. So if I'm writing int 64 np dot int 64, what I'll be getting again 0 I'll be getting. So that means I'll be getting a default value over here. So what I have done, guys, we have implemented data frames using arrays, using list, and using dictionaries. So all these functions we have like whatever we have done in series, the same kind of functions like we have here in data frames also. So different types of data frames, the different types of operations can be performed. Like if I'm having df4, if I'm doing like this, so I just can make here one more data frame, df6 is equal to pd dot, I just can do this much also, like this is again possible. Let me tell you what all the possibilities, like if you want to access, I have given over here array, but I just want to apply some more operations here. So I'm having two data frames actually. I'm having d4 and d6, and I'm writing here df7 is equal to, and df4 divided by df6 I'm having, guys, df6. Okay, and I'm coming back to my next line, and here I wanted to print df7. So I just wanted to see like whether this is possible or not, guys, whether we will be able to divide the two different arrays or not, whether the things are possible in this way or not. So right now what I'm having in my arrays, like I'm simply having the values, and the values is given in two different formats. So I just wanted to check what I'm having in my last zones. So I'm just going to do this thing with my sales. So let's try with sales. I'm writing over here. I just can write over here sales also, because I'm having sale as a list also available with me. So you can see here I'm having sales. So I'm dividing df4, or I just can divide sales with my another sales, because I have already told you I'm having sales, I'm having zone, two different zone. So zone A and zone B also can be divided, or two data frames also can be divided. So this is again possible. So instead of writing this thing, I'm simply going to copy, and I'm just writing over here one more thing, and I'm just going to write over here, this is array 2, and I'm giving one of the data frame, I'm giving array 1, one of the data frame I'm giving array 2, and I'm simply going to add this thing like df4 plus, I'm going to write here df6, and I'm adding and giving to df7, and let's print what will be happening now. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you, like instead of data frames, if I wanted to interact with my series, and if I wanted to design so many series, and if I wanted to put it into data frame, that is possible or not. So this is again one last example I'm going to tell you, with the help of which like series and data frames difference will be clear to you. So I'm just going to write over here, first of all, because I wanted to import. So I'm going to import over here as pandas as PD. And next line, I'm going to write here like import numpy as np. So I have taken both of these two things. Quickly, I'm going to design over here, first of all, staff, because we know that I'm going to design here series. So PD dot series, first of all, I'm going to write control space This is series. So I'm designing one series for staff, and I'm designing, one series for salaries. Like staff is getting staff is what the salary staff is getting. So I'm going to write over here round brackets, and inside I'm going to write here staff, like I'm having 20, 30, and 60. This is the staff, or this is the 50, 30, 50, 30, and 60. I'm going to write over here staff. Next, I'm going to make a series for salary is equal to, I'm going to write over here PD, and PD dot series I'm going to write. And now this time I'm just going to write over here the salary, like what salary they are getting. So I'm simply writing over here some salary. So this much salary I have written. This is the salary what they are getting maybe. Okay, this is just an estimation I have written over here. Now I'm having, you can see guys, I'm having same series, like same kind of nature, same kind of data structure I'm having in both of my series, the staff and salary. So if I wanted to find out the average, that is again possible. We have in fact done this thing in our last session, but how to put this up in my data frames, this we are going to learn. So staff I've divided with the salary, so I'll be getting an average. And now I'm going to design my organization, my org field also I'm going to design over here. What I'm going to put over here in org, I'm writing here people. I'm simply designing some index and some values. So I'm writing here people. I'm having some people, and who are staff. So I'm simply designing like how much salary they are getting in amount. I'm going to write like how much salary they are getting. So what I'm writing in double inverted comma, that is my caption. So whatever you wanted to write, that you can write, that will be presented at the top, like the heading I could say. Next amount I'm going to write over here like the salary what they are getting. In place of like in front of amount, I'm going to write what salary they are getting. I'm going to put over here the comma. And next thing, like average also I wanted to give avg, and column, and I'm going to write over here avg. So what I have done, I've simply divided also the thing, and I've got my average also, which I'm going to show over here, that the average. So same average will be shown at each and every time. And this org, I'm going to give it to my data frame final. So this is my dff data frame final. And what I'm going to write over here is PD dot, and I'm going to write here like data and frame. This is my data frame. So I'm writing a df is equal to like PD dot data frame. I'm opening round brackets, and this org I'm shifting over here, and I'm going to print this dff. So this DFF, I'm going to print DFF, and I'm going to run this out. Control and enter key pressed together. Now you can see, like, data frames can be interacted with the series also. So this is the one very main example, you can say, where I'm using my series as well as my data frames. So I've created two series I have created, and I'm doing something, and I'm inserting it to my data frames, and I'm doing all my work over here. So if you want, you can add some more field also. So this is how you can interact with your data frame. This is how your data series can be, the series can be interacted with data frame. So 2 minutes to you, kindly implement. Next thing, guys, we have a few more things. Just like in series we have done, we have so many operations. So just simple, we put dot, and we can do multiple operations. And data frames also, we have different kinds of operation. Like if I wanted to know the index, I just can do it. If I wanted to know the index, so dff dot index, you will be getting over here like what is that index. Dff dot columns, like how many columns I am having in my data frame, I'll be getting with the help of this function, that is dff dot columns. Next, I am having dff dot axis, axes. So I'll be getting the axis, means how many axes I'm having over here. Next, I'm having dff dot d types. So D type means the data type I'll be getting over here, means how many data types I'm having, this I'll be getting. So control enter key I'm going to press, and I'll be getting over here the data type. So these are the short functions. If I wanted to know the length of my DFF, so this also can be done. So if I wanted to know the, for example, if I wanted to know like what is the length of my data frame, so this is also like can be done very easily. So I'm writing a len length function, and I'm writing a dff. So with the help of which, like with the help of this, I'll be able to know the length. Like what is the length? You can see my length is 3. So this is like a wonderful thing, you will be able to know the count also. Like count means dff.count count. So you will be able to count the number of records, how much you are having, like the rows, record, and everything. You will get to know. If you wanted to start counting from one, so you just need to write in double, in just round bracket like one. So you will be able to know like how much counting is there. But you need to write over here one. We have a transpose function also available with us, dff dot simple a big T, a capital T, dfn. So you will be able to know that transpose means everything will get rotated. Your rows and columns and rows, everything will get rotated. So this can be done. If you want, you can see in form of tables. Like see, everything is visible to me in form of table. So my index is like 012, which I was viewing like towards my left hand side. It is visible at the top, and my all feeds like people, amount, average is available at my left hand side. So this is a wonderful function which you can use over here in your data frames. What we were using in series, that is also available in data frames. So 2 minutes to you guys, kindly implement. And I just wanted to see like if in DFF also I could slice like I was slicing inside series. Is the slicing is available here also? Like can I slice over here also if I wanted to know? So I'm simply going to press Control Enter key, and yes, I can slice over here. Like if I don't wanted to see my entire data frame, if I wanted to slice down into different parts of first row, second row, first column, top three column, all these things are also possible. So I'm writing here DFF dot, I'm having slices like different ways, one and a column, and I'm going to Control Enter key press together, and here I could see like I'm getting two slices, two records are available with me. So this is a kind of a function which you can access. So we can access, like we can slice down into different ways. 1:2, 2:2, 0:2. So multiple ways we have. Like if I wanted to slice anything, 2 rows, 3 rows at a time can be done. So kindly implement. 2 minutes to you once again. I'm going to access over here head also, and let me see whether head is available or not here. Head. I just wanted to see whether head function is available here or not. Yes, I got head. And if I wanted to pick any top three rows from my head, this is again possible here. Yes, I can do this much. DFF means I'm having my data frame, and from tail. Tail means that the top, the last elements. Head means top elements, tail means last element, last two elements I just wanted to view. And definitely a caption is also available. I'm going to press over here Control Enter, so that I could see like what is the tail and what is the head. If you wanted to write over here caption, guys, yes, of course, you can write here a caption. I'm writing here head, that is my head. And I'm going to write over here tail means all the things can be accessed as per the function. And I'm pressing Control Enter key together. I'm having head and tail. So, this is just a caption I'm writing over here, but definitely this is a function. So I should not feel like I just will be able to put over here function, because this is a function, but we have a solution. I'm going to print over here an option so that the things can be accessed accordingly. I'm writing here that I'm going to access head, and here I'm going to print like I'm going to access tail. So we have all the things are possible here. I'm going to run it, that is Control Enter. So I'll be getting a heading that is head, and I'll be getting a tail, and I'll get to know like how much tail and how much head I'm having. So if I'm not using any number inside, what will be happening, like I'll get to know how much head and how much tail I'm having. If you clicking over here, so you will be able to see in form of table. Show 25, show 10 means, or if I'm having so many records, it is for those purpose. Like if it is for that purpose, if I wanted to view 5 records at a time, 10 records at a time, like that. So this is all about data frames, guys. Last class we have done series, today we have completed data frames. This is amazing thing. What you need to do, you just simply need to see your book exercises, and you need to practice all these things. It is very simple. I've already told you series means one dimensional, data frames means two dimensional. Multiple things can be collected, means together, like 2D array you can say. And series is just like a 1D array where only one record, one column at a time can be accessed. So good luck to all of you. Kindly implement, and don't forget to attend my next lecture. Thank you.